Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. I'm here today to give you a BTC update starting off on the hourly, then we're going to be moving across to the 4-hour and also doing a bit on the longer term time frame, the macro as well. Not going to keep you guys for too long here, just going to be trying to bang out an update every single morning for you guys now, around 5 minutes long. Starting off with the short term here for BTC on the hourly, you can see we've been working with a symmetrical triangle chart pattern. Look at the support on the lower side of this bad boy, currently actually in a breakdown scenario from this. There is money to be made in the markets today and I will be going through how we can be doing that. Obviously not financial advice coming through. You can see the resistance on the top side of this symmetrical triangle chart pattern as well. You can see the measure move that we're working with is something along the lines of this, guys, going on the last basically move down inside of the chart pattern. The breakout scenario is from here. I didn't get in this because it was the middle of the night over in Thailand here for me, so unfortunately did miss this position, but it was quite clean all the way down. Actually, a couple of TPs would have been hit. What I'm looking for now, guys, is actually another breakdown from another chart pattern on the longer term time frame. You can see what we've been working with here at the moment. You can see an upward sloping parallel channel. These tend to usually break to the downside, guys, on the 4 hours, so we're looking for this breakdown. In terms of a price for that, I want to see around 18.8 get broken, and then there's basically a couple of percent to the downside that we can actually be looking for the for shorting instinct, right? So jumping back to the shorter term time frame quickly here, because we're actually in this breakdown. The bottom and the completion of this measure move for this symmetrical triangle chart pattern will be 18.5. So that's a take profit that we're going to be using for our longer term 4-hour short position today, right? Now, another thing I do want to be cautious of is this bullish divergence that's forming across the RSI, that's forming across the MACD here as well on the short term. You can see overall we're pretty coiled up. There's not really that much going on for Bitcoin. It's been pretty flaccid, right? It's been pretty flaccid right now. So in terms of what I'm really waiting for is that initial break of 18.8. We can get a nice break of 18.8. Then we can basically ride this measure move down, the current one that we're in, for that 1.51%, and basically joins up to another breakout here on the 4-hour time frame. Now, in terms of moving averages and stuff, guys, we're below our major moving averages here on the 1 hour. We are still pretty coiled up. They're not really that spread apart, and when they're spread apart, it shows that they're trending. Now that they're currently not spread apart, it shows that the trend isn't really that strong. And that does bring me on to the DMI, the trend-based indicator. You can see the ADX currently sat around 21. Usually, if it's above 20, if it's above 25, we're seeing quite strong trends here, but at the moment, we have seen pretty flaccid movements here quite recently here for Bitcoin. So I would say what we're ideally looking for is that really big move and getting above that 25 sort of level on the hourly. It's a bit different on the daily timeframes for this indicator. But at the moment, I wouldn't say we're in a very strong trend at all. We did actually also miss a bullish crossover as well there, guys. So it is still bearish on this indicator. Now, very interesting stuff coming through because it is saying bullish divergences coming through at the moment across multiple indicators here on the short-term time frame. So that's something we really need to be looking out for there. Another point here is this clear and very obvious trend line. If we do dump down here, guys, this is on the RSI. If we do dump down here and we don't actually get the bullish momentum from this bullish divergence here, we're likely to find a level of support coming through here in terms of selling pressure, right? So this is an area that I really would be looking for a potential bounce. If we're using this in terms of a reference for the price bounce for Bitcoin right now, I probably would be saying something along the lines of 18.6 or maybe 18.4. Those are the areas that I'm really looking for there, and you can see the box zone that I've got drawn in there that we have been using as support multiple times there. I do have a level drawn in for this on the longer term time frame, which we're going to jump across to now and look at that measure move for the longer term time frame, well, the 4-hour, which I'm really looking for here. This is going to be like one of my first take profits, this 1.51%. So let's jump to the 4-hour now and see what we're looking at. You can see the point of control on the VPVR is literally sat at around 19.1 here. We have just closed a 4-hour candle below that around 25 minutes ago. Pretty good stuff there. In terms of Fibonacci retracements, guys, you can see the 0.236 is just here. That is, let me zoom in a little bit for you. You can see that as a 0.236 is just there in terms of the live price for that. That is currently sat at around 19.1 as well. So that 19.1 is a very strong area for resistance at this point in time. If we come up and test that, or we're literally sat on that right now, coming up and test that right now, it's going to be interesting to see whether we find resistance off that. If we find resistance off that, guys, the area that, as I said, I'm looking for is 18.8. Come down below that, get a couple of hourly candle body closes below that, close a 4-hour below that, and I'm definitely going to be going short because you can see the money that is left on the table right now that we can be taking. It's going to be a pretty goddamn juicy trade over the day. 2.42%. Very good stuff. stuff. Definitely something to be looking out for. The completion of the measure move is going to be around 5.91%, staggering those take profits as we go down. Once we get our first take profit, stop loss to entry point. You know how the deal works. We're below the price action channel as well. We have had the confirmation for that bearish momentum, having those two bearish candles below the price action channel. That does give us confirmation that we are going to be heading further down here. We are still in this trap zone here, but the 18.8 is going to be where we're going to be leaving that. That's going to be your daily update today, guys. For your 5-minute update, I'm going to try and bang these out every single day. If you did get value from this, smash a like on it. It does help me out tremendously, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another daily Bitcoin update.